An enormous night ahead here as we are going to have the #1 contendership decided for the world title. The Starr with those elbows and chops wearing down Rob Sharpe. Sharpe, though, able to turn things back in his favour, only temporarily. The super kick may have knocked out Sharpe. Starr with the cover. Starr's got his feet on the ropes for 2, and the referee saw it. Well, Starr can argue with Tom Scarborough all he likes, but Starr was looking to take a shortcut, and he got caught red-handed. And Sharpe looking for it, and nails it. Goodness me, the ducky driver from Sharpe, and that'll do it. Sharpe's the #1 contender. Rob Sharpe advances for a shot against the IPW World Heavyweight Champion, Mark Haskins, on this program next week.
Former Z-Force champion, former tag team champion, is Rob Sharpe about to become world champion?
And introducing his opponent.
As we eagerly await the arrival of your IPW World Champion, Mark Haskins does like to make his opponents wait. It is something we are used to seeing from the hellbent workhorse. Rob Sharpe looks impatient. Oh, wait a minute! Wait a minute! From behind, David Starr! The product David Starr with a steel chair to the back! Rob Sharpe was waiting for Mark Haskins. He's got a steel chair wielding David Starr from his troubles. He's saying he's the #1 contender. He lost that match last week. This is not only uncalled for, it's morally repugnant from David Starr. He lost that contest. Well, Rob Sharpe surely in no condition to compete here, thanks to David Starr. Oh, whoa! I was going to say he's winding up, I'll tell you what! Rob Sharpe! And Rob Sharpe is here, and look what he's got with him! From behind, Karen Dudley! Dudley hit him! Dudley's been Sharpe! David Starr is enraged, but Rob Sharpe's distraction!
How about next week we do it again, one-on-one in that ring? How about that? And not only that, what I'll do for you is I'll put the #1 contendership on the line next week. Me, you, one-on-one ducky. What do you say?
You're on.
Welcome to International Pro Wrestling. Ricky Slater here, of course, alongside the Twisted Genius Dean Ayers.
It's a pleasure to be here, Ricky. Canterbury, Kent, the home of IPW, and what a show we have got lined up for you tonight. But kicking things off from the sound of this music is the one and only Wonderkid, one part of our tag champions, Johnny Storm, along with Andreas Core and those tag belts.
The contest is a singles match set for 1 fall. Introducing first, accompanied by the rest of Team Storm, one half of the IPW Tag Team Champions from Harlow in Essex, Johnny Storm.
So Johnny Storm is not on his way to the ring as we've just seen. Your main event coming your way. It will be the product David Starr. It will be filthy, gorgeous Rob Sharpe. #1 contendership is on the line.
And what a master stroke from Jonny Storm. The tag champions are Team Storm. There's 7 of them.
It took 7 of them to do it, that's the thing. There was 3 members of the Anti-Fun Police against 7 members of Team Storm. How could that be fair in any way, shape or form?
Do you know what, Slatter? Life isn't fair, and the sooner you get used to that, the better.
Well, that is the music of the former IPW World Tag Team Champions.
And introducing his opponents from Wakefield, Little Cadet, Joe Nelson.
The youngest member of the Anti-Fun Police, and he has had his fair share of run-ins with Team Storm.
The smallest member of the Anti-Fun Police as well, 5'5", 135 pounds. I mean, Jonny Storm's no heavyweight, but this is junior heavyweight action. And you know, IPW has got the premier junior heavyweight division in British wrestling, if not all of European wrestling.
And you couldn't really get a more experienced junior heavyweight wrestler than Jonny Storm, let's be honest.
Not at all. Storm not impressed.
Referee Pete Hickson calls for the bell, and we're underway here on International Pro Wrestling. Hashtag IPW. Get at us. Tell us what you think. Who's going to win this one? Is it going to be Storm? Or is it going to be Joe Nelson?
Well, obviously it's going to be Jonny Storm.
Because?
Because, John, let me give you a fact. Let me give you a twisted genius fact. Joe Nelson wasn't born when Jonny Storm started wrestling. That's the level of experience he's dealing with here.
Yeah, but Joe Nelson has already won a tag team match against Team Storm, of which Jonny was there.
Yeah, that's tag wrestling. This is singles. This is one-on-one, a fair one-on-one fight. None of the shenanigans of last time.
Beautiful body press from the second rope, only a 2. I think Joe Nelson's got a hell of a chance here. He's really making a name for himself. As of late, especially here in IPW. Beautiful moves off the second rope. Has the legs hook, both of them. 2. Oh, much closer that time. So here's the numbers game, Dean.
Like I said, a fair one-on-one fight.
Fair one-on-one fight. There's 4. It's 4 on 1. No, to the outside. Incredible by Nelson.
He should not interfere against people on the outside like that. He is asking for trouble.
They interfered first, and you saw it. You're looking at the same monitor I am. It's big enough.
They did not physically interject themselves in the match. They merely stood up on the apron to get a better view of what was happening.
They're not allowed on the apron, you know that. Oh, conversion into a powerbomb by Storm. Only a 2.
Storm now taking over. Oh.
If you're liking what you're seeing, ladies and gentlemen, shows coming up your way. Bethnal Green on March 17th. We are going to be back in London. Even before that, we've got 13th. That's very soon, in 5 days' time, I do believe. 13th of March, we're going to be in Milton Keynes, and of course, International Battle Royale hailing from Maidstone.
Cannot wait
March
for that.
24th.
Cannot wait for March 24th. The big International Battle Royale. People from all over the world come to be a part of that show.
Tickets are available at ringsideworld.co.uk. If you want to get them now before they are gone.
And hey, when they're gone,
they're gone.
Yeah.
We're sold out right here in Canterbury.
Absolutely. Packed house.
course, Team Storm's help on the outside of the ring is the Bone Brothers, Jonny, Jesse and Jamie.
And Andreas
Core, of course. Yeah, you can't forget the master of the pounce. Oh, come on, how is this right? It's a mugging. Oh, well, credit to Joe Nelson for kicking out, but this is what? Is this 4-1?
Considering that Joe Nelson attacked them with that moonsault, it's nothing less than he deserved.
They got on the apron first. They were trying to get involved first. You're a manager, you know these things, Dean. Don't try and twist it that way.
Anyway, let's focus on what's happening in the ring. Enziguri from Nelson.
Going for that sliced bread. By Storm.
Going for the sliced bread again.
He's got it, Dean! He's got him! He's got it! Oh, wait a minute! Oh, the numbers! Come on!
Okay, yeah, that's a disqualification.
Yeah, no kidding! You think?
I'll give you that one.
Here is your winner by disqualification, Joe Nelson!
Well, the match has been called, but the beatdown continues here. Oh, wait a minute! Wait a minute! It's Howley and Stoker. It's Pretty Deadly cleaning house. Coming to the assistance of Joe Nelson, and thank goodness they did.
Pretty Deadly to the rescue.
Pretty Deadly have seen enough, and I tell you what, they are coming for those IPW Tag Team Championships. Let's take a quick break. Stay right with us.
Two weeks ago, I sat right here and I promised everyone, I promised the whole of IPW that everyone was going to see a new Rob Lynch. That 2019, everyone was going to see a bigger, a faster, a better Rob Lynch. 2 weeks ago, I took on Jackson Stone. This guy, and another person who was adamant he was going to come in, he wanted to prove himself. He was coming to IPW to take the crown. He wanted to be a champion. He was the superstar. He thought his time was now. 2 weeks later, I've beaten Jackson Stone. I'm going to keep beating everyone that comes my way, and 1 week from today, I'm going to get my second battle. I'm going to get my second test, and this is someone who I'm familiar with. Styx, the heavyweight house of pain. He's one of the best pure heavyweights that not just IPW has seen, not just the UK has seen, but professional wrestling has seen. And in 1 week's time, we're going to see who wants it a little bit more. See, Styx, I've not forgotten. You stepped away for a little while, just like I had to step away. And we're both coming back, and in a week's time, we're going to meet, and only one person is going to be able to take that next step forward. And Styx is just another battle in the war that is Rob Lynch stepping up and becoming the IPW World Champion.
Rob Lynch there telling Styx that this is his home, and although he looks up to him as a mentor, only he can go forward to become IPW World Champion. They are going to meet, of course, next week. But right now, it's time for a Women's Championship match. And here comes the champion, Sierra Loxton.
The Freaky Princess.
The following contest is a singles match set for one fall, and it is for the IPW Women's Championship. Introducing first, the champion from South Wales, the Freaky Princess, Sierra Loxton.
And this is going to be the third defence.
And her opponent, already in the ring from Camden, London, Dani Luna.
And this is going to be the third defence by Sierra Loxton as women's champion. That is almost triple the amount of times that the previous champion, Bobby Tyler, defended.
Oh, here we go. I knew you had to get a knock in on Bobby Tyler. Let's make it clear. Sierra Loxton is just keeping that belt warm while Bobby Tyler is kicking ass and taking names over in Japan right now. As soon as Bobby Tyler is back in the UK, I can guarantee you that championship returns around her waist.
Well, that remains to be seen, but right now Sierra Loxton's going to have to defend the title against Dani Luna.
The unorthodox Dani Luna. You could say an alternative lifestyle that she leads.
I think I did see a bottle of whiskey at one point. Did she bring that out to the ring with her, a bottle of whiskey?
She did indeed. A well-known brand. We won't name it. Other brands are available. And already you see that big hip attack from Loxton. She likes to use the hip and the butterfly effect, she calls it, her finishing move.
Cartwheels the knees right into the heart. Dani Luna sent on in the middle of the ring. Could be all.
It's all high impact offense. Lots of strikes. Takes the breath away.
Well, she wants to be a fighting champion. She has to prove she's a fighting champion. That means she's got to go for those big shots. She's got to make a demonstration to all the other women who want to take the crown.
Indeed, and you know the other thing, she wants to win and win quickly. She doesn't get paid by the hour, she gets paid by the win. And she has been putting people away in pretty short effect.
Yeah, put away Candy Floss, put away Jade. Both in previous weeks. Here on International Pro Wrestling.
Come on, princess.
Hashtag IPW if you want to get involved in this women's championship match.
But Dani Luna now taking over. Now what's interesting about these two, they share some of their trainers. You know, Sierra Loxton trained by guys like Mike Bird, Mike Hitchman and Mark Andrews. Dani Luna trained by Mike Hitchman, Mark Andrews and Flash Morgan Webster. So, you know, these two, they haven't met before here in IPW, but they've been grounded in the same kind of way. So we might see these two potentially cancelling each other out or just foreshadowing the other one's offense.
Their product. Oh, goodness me. Does she do that on purpose? Looks like she tried to do it on purpose. Oh, that was not on purpose. As far as Dani Luna is concerned, she's had her head wiped off by the champion.
Well, that was a modified butterfly effect. You know, the full-on whack gives you a running version, but maybe a sneak preview for Dani Luna of how this match is going to end. Who knows?
As you say, both women come from similar places. They've been trained by similar people. What do you think that does to the mindset, where you know they've come from similar places?
You start to second guess because you're... Oh, white noise from Luna. This could be it.
Champion here.
No.
Such only it's the two.
You start to second guess, but also you start sometimes to try and do something a little bit different because you're wondering if your opponent will have the same kind of ideas as you because they've got the same kind of grounding. But having said that, so far, Sierra Loxton has stuck to the game plan.
Beautiful hurricane, and she's in the drop zone.
Oh!
Flanked by Sierra Loxton.
And the game plan works.
Here is your winner and still IPW Women's Champion, Sierra Loxton.
Well,
impressive there by Loxton. That is the third successful defense for Loxton here on International Pro Wrestling. Who is going to try to stop the freaky princess next?
She lines them up, she knocks them down. There is your IPW Women's Champion, Sierra Loxton.
Impressive defense there by Sierra Loxton, your women's champion. Speaking of championships, well, we've got to talk about what our main event is coming up, and the repercussions of that one.
I am looking forward to that. Rob Sharpe on one side of the ring, David Starr on the other, and the prize, undisputed #1 contendership for the IPW World title.
Now, of course, Rob Sharpe already had the #1 contendership. He's decided to put it on the line because he's had enough of David Starr interfering in his business. We are going to see it. It is going to be your main event. It is coming a little bit later on during this broadcast.
Yep, 2 world-class athletes going for a world-class title. I cannot wait. Stay tuned for that main event. However, coming up next,
well, we've got something coming your way that you're not going to want to really miss, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen. It's not going to be pleasant.
Trouble is in town.
I told you.
The ground is shaking, and the next victim is ready for Grizzly.
The following contest is a singles match set for 1 fall. Making his way to the ring from the valleys of Wales and weighing in at 20 stone and 6 pounds, the Welsh wonder of the world, Grizzly!
You know something?
And his opponent, already in the ring from Portsmouth, Dexter Cliff.
You know something? I have no shame in admitting that this man terrifies me.
Dexter Cliff looked like he was briefly hiding behind referee Peter Higginson. Not really going to blame him.
I'd be hiding behind a brick wall, not a referee. 6'4", 20 stone and 5 pounds, I think they said now. Ex-rugby player, a former tight head prop, no less.
No surprise looking at the size of him. Oh, just look, one hand.
Oh
no.
Man.
Well, thanks for coming.
Well, Grizzly was told, you want a world title shot, you got to start at the bottom and work your way up again. And this kind of disrespect from IPW officials has done nothing but enrage this man. So yeah, he's starting with the youngsters, with the new guys, and this poor Dexter Cliff, we may not see him again.
And this is his debut, of course, on IPW.
Yeah, what a welcome. Welcome to the big leagues, kid.
Don't look down. It's a long way down.
Oh, man. I think we're going to have a collection for Dexter Cliff at the end of this match. Oh, man. Avalanche in the corner.
It's incredible to see a man who is 6'4" launch a kick like that, isn't it? It's absolutely insane.
Indeed. Now where's he going?
Thinking that senton maybe.
Oh man. Oh! How did the ground not just cave in?
He's calling for the Grizzly end, and that might be aptly named as far as Dexter Cliff is concerned.
Oh man.
Oh no. Well, we saw Gene Money in this position a few weeks ago, and it did not end well for him.
Grizzly, and you could count to 100.
Here is your winner, Grizzly!
Impervious stuff from the Welsh wonder of the world, Grizzly, here on IPW.
Get used to hearing that, your winner. Who can stop this man mountain from South Wales? Who can stop Grizzly? Let's go to the break and we'll be back with more International Pro Wrestling.
The more things change, the more they stay the same. You see, when you've been around as long as I have, you learn that. See, it might be 5 years since I was last here in IPW, since Styx was last here in IPW, but it certainly has not been that long since the last time I went head to head and fist to fist with Rob Lynch. We know each other very, very well. Now I could sit here and explain that me and Rob Lynch are going to beat the crap out of each other. That we're going to be like two bulls going head to head. I'm not going to do that. You know why? Because that's inevitable. Instead, I'm going to explain to you why I'm going to beat Rob Lynch. I'm going to explain to you why I've got the advantage. You see, Rob, let's just say it's not the sharpest knife in the drawer. He likes to throw himself in head first, smash mouth. It's probably why the fans here in IPW like him. Whereas me, I'm a thinking man's wrestler. I have strategy, I have a game plan. Rob can't contend with that. Now I know Rob Lynch has these title aspirations, his road to redemption as he calls it. You know, but I'm not backing IPW to be a bit part player. I'm not here to fall into the background. No, I'm here to make an impact. And to make an impact, you need to set examples. So congratulations, Rob Lynch. Round of applause. Next week, you are officially invited to Styx's IPW House of Pain. And you are not going to enjoy the stay.
Styx, they're saying he's coming to the IPW World Championship. He couldn't care less about Rob Lynch's story of redemption. He's going to put him in the heavyweight House of Pain. What is going to happen when these two behemoths collide next week? But for now,
the following contest is a tag team match set for 1 fall. Introducing first the team of Basden and Smash Mouth Ridgway.
But for now we turn our attention to the man who would have been champion of IPW Ridgeway and a man who has been making waves in the junior heavyweight division himself, Basden.
Of the super contender, Kurtis Chapman, and the anarchist, James Castle.
Basden would have been the junior heavyweight champion. He believes if he could have got past James Castle in the tournament that happened back in January. However, Castle dispatched Basden in short order indeed. And Basden's been sort of, he's been trying to get in James Castle's head, shall we say, over the last few weeks. Of course, he cost James Castle the win in that fatal four-way match by stealing the victory. And then we saw what happened not that long ago. After Castle beat Dr. Phoenix, Basden came out and he gave him the slow clap. Very disrespectful indeed.
I love this guy, Basden. I think he's phenomenal.
Because he's disrespectful.
Because he gets in people's heads. And you know, so much of a wrestling match, so much of any combat sport is won and lost in the mind, not in the ring. You know, at the end of 2018, we didn't know who Basden was. He had a match with Maverick Mayhew. No one gave him a chance. It was thought to be a warm-up, tune-up match for Mayhew, and Basden dominated him and submitted Mayhew in the middle of the ring, right in this very venue in Canterbury. And the kid has gone on in leaps and bounds ever since then. A mixed martial artist. He has really blazed his own trail here in the junior heavyweight division. This fantastic junior heavyweight division that IPW has launched. That, again, just like Basden himself, is going from strength to strength.
You saw Ridgway was like taunting Kurtis Chapman into that situation. He's like saying, come on wrestle me, come wrestle me. What does that do to the psyche of your opponent? If you're on the floor and you're going, come on, come at me, and you have that sort of confidence, how can you combat that?
Well, it goes back to what I was just saying about Basden, how so much of a combat sport is won psychologically. And that just proves it, because you're getting inside your opponent's mind. And look at this, every time Chapman is trying to get some kind of an offensive hold on, he is countered by Ridgway.
That was wise by Chapman, rolling Ridgway on his shoulders. Ridgway's taking a moment to think maybe he's underestimated Kurtis Chapman here. Or Basden. Basden tagging himself in. That won't go down well with Ridgway, I can tell you.
Yeah, I don't know if Basden is suited to tag team wrestling, because he does not play well with others, but this is a great move from Chapman, trying to hyperextend that leg, because that takes away a lot of the offense of Basden, those kicks, those strikes.
Doesn't play well with others. We could say the same thing for Chris Ridgway. We've seen what he's been doing. We saw what he did to Kip Sabian at Undisputed 2. We saw what he did to Daisuke Harada in the junior heavyweight tournament, or what he almost did to win with the steel chair. It wasn't for Kip Sabian's intervention.
Indeed, so I'm wondering if this team can coexist pretty well. That's going to be the big question here. Oh, look at that bow and arrow hold from Chapman. Look at the torque on Basden's neck.
Ridgway gets involved.
And he had to for the sake of his team.
Peter Higgins has got a very unenviable task here,
yes,
trying to marshal two well-known hotheads like James Castle and Chris Ridgway.
Oh, you hear the thud of that kick.
Kurtis Chapman almost fell out of the ring with the force. And he's egging him on, Dean.
So I was going to say, yeah, Basden luring Castle into the ring. Oh, beautiful.
Basden trying to soften up that arm. He does like to go for that arm bar where he can. Might try and shed the bicep. Shred that bicep away from the deltoid of Kurtis Chapman if he gets a chance.
Oh, he just smashed him into next week with that forearm. Good job that Chapman's wearing a mouth guard, a gum shield, I should say.
The cover 1, 2. Hashtag IPW, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to get involved in this contest, let us know who you think is going to win. Do you think Basden has shown disrespect? Do you agree with Dean Ayas? Is it a good thing?
You should always agree with me,
let us
people.
know.
Hashtag IPW, hashtag I agree with Ayas. That's what it should be.
Oh, Kurtis Chapman did not agree with the chops that Ben Basden was giving him, so he's serving up a few of his own.
Oh, that's just not impressing Basden, is it? And that chop sends Chapman down to the canvas. Oh, man!
Wow. The path of least resistance on that kick.
I think we'll send Chapman to the same chiropractor we're going to send Dexter Clifton.
Oh, Ridgway. Indeed. They'll be queuing up at this rate. Basden finds that Ridgway can also make quite a hefty blind tag and also a hefty kick to boot. 2! Only 2. Chapman trying to get the tag to Castle, but Ridgway was there every step of the way.
Well, for as much as this team aren't necessarily coexisting too well, as you can see there with another unconventional tag.
Oh, it's breaking down here.
Well, what I was going to say is that they're doing a fantastic job of cutting the ring in half and isolating one opponent in the team. Oh! With a kind of a double code breaker from Chapman, who rolls through and tags in Castle, and here comes the fresh anarchist.
He's finally getting himself at Basden and Ridgway.
Yeah.
No love lost between those two.
Wasting no time.
Finally getting his hands on Basden, going for that butterfly suplex maybe. Drills him into Ridgway.
That is the worst landing you could want. Now where's he going?
Double stomp! Quadruple stomp by the anarchist. 2! No! Basden rolls that shoulder just enough.
Oh, this match is heating up.
The anarchist is feeding off the energy here in the Westgate Hall in Canterbury. Is the energy going to be enough? Bridging German, 2. No, Castle, the last split second, Dean.
Oh, it's the distraction from Ridgway which turned the tide in his team's favour. Oh, now look at this, the ankle hold into the Achilles tendon. And your ankle just isn't meant to bend that way.
Basden's in trouble. Nail bomb knee! Hits you with a nail bomb knee, and Basden's been wiped out, but Ridgway's there.
Great presence of mind from Chris Ridgway. Tag is made, and in comes Chapman. And another one of those unconventional tags, but this time it works a charm for Ridgway, but he's distracted.
Oh, almost had him. Ridgway finds a way. What of the case of an octopus? What of the case of an octopus, and Ridgway is in trouble. Ridgway's in the middle of the ring on the IPW logo. He's got nowhere to go here, Dean.
Gets his arm out. He escapes, though. He escapes. German suplex. And a 12-6 kick all the way down onto the back of the head of Chapman, and another big kick. And that is that.
Here are your winners, the team of Ben Basden and Chris Ridgway.
Well, Basden and Ridgway looked like they weren't going to get on for some of the contest, but they got the job done in the ending. It worked out in the end.
You know something, if these two could see eye to eye, and not in the way they're just looking at each other eye to eye there, then they could be a great team. But this rivalry isn't over by a long shot. We'll be back after this break.
What a broadcast of International Pro Wrestling we have just seen, Dean. What an evening we have had. Huge wins during this broadcast for Jonny Storm, Women's Champion Sierra Loxton. Who could forget Grizzly and how dominant he was in his display? And, as we've just seen, Chris Ridgway and Ben Basden also getting a big, big win. So it's main event time, ladies and gentlemen. What a main event we have coming your way today. But next week, oh boy, we got a big one.
Oh man, we have got the main event to end all main events next week. You know, I always say British wrestling is the best in the world, and British wrestlers are making their name all around the globe. Well, we've got 3 of them right here next week. The man that gravity forgot, Pac, has returned to IPW for the first time in 8 years. And he is challenging our world champion, Mark Haskins, for that world title. But that's not all, because not only has Mark Haskins got to defend against Pac, he has got another opponent in super bad Kip Sabian, the former champion, and he wants his belt back, Ricky Slatter. That is going to be our main event next week. Roll on 7 days, I can't wait. However, they will have to face down the line the winner of tonight's main event, because our match coming up next between Rob Sharpe and David Starr is all about the undisputed #1 contendership.
And Rob Sharpe, of course, the current #1 contender by virtue of already beating the product David Starr, but he put it on the line because he's had enough of David Starr getting in his business. He's had enough of being costed IPW World Championship matches, and it has come to a head here, Dean.
Oh, this is personal.
It's Sharpe. It's going to be the product David Starr. This is your main event of International Pro Wrestling, so let's send it up to your MC for this evening, Slick Lombardo.
The following contest is a singles match set for 1 fall. And is to determine the #1 contender to the IPW World Heavyweight Championship. Introducing first,
The man of many nicknames.
Looking very, very serious.
Way to the ring. The cream in your coffee. Your favorite wrestler's favorite wrestler. The Jewish cannon. The physical embodiment of charisma. The Bernie Sanders of professional wrestling. The most entertaining man in professional wrestling. Mr. American Rana. Davey Wrestling. The 104-minute man. The main event. He's really good at Twitter. The king of taunts. The product. David Starr.
I don't think David Starr was happy with Slick Lombardo's reading of the... Oh, he's going on his face. Did he miss one? David Starr's in a foul mood. Well, here comes at this moment in time the actual #1 contender for the IPW World Championship. It's filthy gorgeous Rob Sharpe.
And introducing his opponent from Birmingham, England, Rob Sharpe.
There's a lot of history here. 3 weeks ago they had the #1 contenders match. Rob Sharpe won that match decisively with a ducky driver. David Starr took that loss so badly. He cost Rob Sharpe an opportunity of becoming world champion. He laid out Mark Haskins backstage with a steel chair and then crept to ringside to do exactly the same to
here
Sharpe.
we go. Here we go. Starr was wasting no time. You could tell that he just wanted to get on with this, and Rob Sharpe is using that angst within David Starr to his advantage. I've never seen Starr in such a foul mood, you're right.
Why is he in such a foul mood? He's got an opportunity once again to be #1 contender. He already had his chance as far as I'm concerned, Dean. He lost. I don't even know why we're having, well, I know why we're having this match. Rob Sharpe said, I'm so confident I can beat you.
Which is not a wise move at all, but you know what? Everyone deserves a second chance, Ricky Slatter.
Why does he deserve a second chance? He lost.
Because everyone deserves a second chance.
So if Rob Sharpe was to lose this contest, he should get another shot at the #1 contendership.
Apart from Dexter Cliff, I mean, he probably just won a second chance at Grizzly. Oh! Well, the ring cannot contain the fury between these two combatants.
Starr, ZZW, Best of the Best winner 2018, Rob Sharpe, former Z-Force, an IPW World Tag Team Champion, both with pedigrees coming into this contest.
And Rob Sharpe has done very well at this venue. This is quite a lucky venue for him, Canterbury. Some of his finest moments in IPW have happened right here.
What a catch that was by Rob Sharpe. Doesn't want to be there. David Starr takes off Holloway, slam for his troubles. Go for the ducky drive. He's going to finish Starr off here. No, Starr rolls through. Capoeira kick by David Starr.
Well, it seems to have had an effect on Starr's back. He's holding his back there, and if that is hurt, that's going to seriously hamper his progress in this match and maybe hamper his future career opportunities.
Absolutely. Hashtag IPW if you want to get involved with us during this broadcast, please do. Let us know what you think. Who's going to win this? Who's going to be the #1 contender?
And now, having argued with Slick Lombardo, he's arguing with referee Chris Hatch. Breaks that count.
Remember, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be in Milton Keynes on March 13th. Bethnal Green, London on March 17th for Live in London. And then we're back for the International Battle Royale in Maidstone on March 24th. Tickets available at ringsideworld.co.uk. Come see us live. Come see IPW.
And we have got ourselves another thunderquack from this crowd here in Canterbury, getting behind Rob Sharpe of Great Britain against America's David Starr. Goes for the eyes. Chris Hatch, referee, admonishing Starr.
Of course, disqualifications and countouts are in effect, as we've already seen. If David Starr wants to be #1 contender, he's got to fly right here.
Running cross body into the corner from Starr. That really will knock the wind out of you. Your body contorts in ways it's not designed to. And if that's done anything to the ribs of Sharpe, then that's going to affect him every single time he takes a breath.
Ever since that capoeira kick, Rob Sharpe has been out of sorts here. Well, as you can see there, Rob Sharpe has the decisive height advantage over Starr. No, that didn't do anything. Try again. Maybe one more for your trouble.
This is just enraging Rob Sharpe.
Taking out that frustration. Remember, David Starr is the man that cost Rob Sharpe a chance to become IPW World Champion. It's not just he laid him out of a steel chair, he cost him the opportunity of a lifetime, Dean.
Well, you can see the bad blood between these two. This one, yeah, it's for a #1 contendership, but it's also very, very personal because of everything that's happened.
And Rob Sharpe is taking all of that personal aggression out on the face and the ribs of David Starr. Hatch is having to get in there. He's got to be careful not to be disqualified himself here, Dean.
Indeed, a disqualification is a loss, and that will cost you that #1 contendership.
Oh, it's spun in Sharpe's face. He's trying to get himself disqualified, I swear.
Oh, no, you can see the spit running down the body of Sharpe. That was pretty gross.
He's trying to get Sharpe disqualified, I swear.
Oh, man. Right hand across the jaw just dropped David Starr like a stone.
Well, this is not a no disqualification match. I don't know what he's looking for under there, but it's not wise for filthy gorgeous Rob Sharpe. What is he doing?
He has let his emotions get the better of him. His heart is now ruling his head, and this could cost Rob Sharpe his IPW World title opportunity.
This is a huge mistake, Dean.
He is playing right into David Starr's hands. Chris Hatch grabs the chair.
Roll by Starr! Roll by Starr! Oh no, Rob Sharpe has cost himself! Sharpe has lost the #1 contendership to David Starr!
And here is your winner, David Starr!
And that is not a popular decision here in Canterbury, but it's a legitimate decision and a legitimate victory for David Starr, who suddenly isn't in such a bad mood after all.
Rob Sharpe is enraged, and David Starr, probably rightly so, is elated with this decision. Starr is the #1 contender for the IPW World Championship, but who is he going to face?